Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today, we are grading every single Campus Heroes 2 card. Not gonna lie, a very underwhelming drop. If I were to give the whole drop a letter grade, it would be like a C. And people sold their teams for this. People were preparing for something crazy. When you hear Campus Heroes 2, I mean, it's been good in the past. I mean, last year it was very, very good. I used like Keith Byers and some of the other cards for a while, but this year, not the case. So before we get started, the shout out for today's video goes to my man Drew Powell for commenting his favorite Zero Chill player. If you want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, let's comment your favorite Campus Heroes 2 player. Which card are you be adding to your team from today's content? If I had to make a comment, I would probably say nobody. I don't think I'm gonna be adding anybody to my team from today's content. I haven't maybe I haven't looked through it hard enough, but that's my opinion. And then of course, if you are in the 54% of people who watch videos and are not subscribed, change that right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. And of course, let's get started. Okay, so I'm not gonna get started obviously with like these 85s, but we are gonna get started with the Johnny Manzel card. I think this card, I'm gonna make a video somehow, some way about this card, whether it's a gameplay or just how to get him for free. Not too sure what I'm really gonna do yet. But obviously Johnny Manzel, he's kind of like your Tim Tebow, your RG3, Tim Tebow from last year, of course. He's kind of like that. He's completely free. In order to upgrade him, you're gonna have to collect the helmet stickers, which I'm pretty sure I know how to get them. But again, I'll make a video on that later if you are interested. But the one hole on this card is gonna be that deep accuracy as well as that throw under pressure. Keep in mind, this card is free, so this does still set up one more Johnny Manzel upgrade, probably later in the year, because you're not going to upgrade him throughout playoffs or anything like that, or even the legends. He's not that, so they're not going to do that. But a very good ball carrier as far as COD goes, even in juke move, even a good break tackle, but kind of low carrying. Now, of course, the hole there is going to be the throw under pressure, but he does get set feet lead, and I do like his release. His release is pretty solid. I thought he had a different release, or did they change it? I don't know if they don't. Yeah, he does get set feet lead. I know that for a fact, but I swear Johnny Manzel had a different release. I mean, I could be wrong. I didn't think he had Gen 1 on his first card. I thought he had, maybe he did actually. Maybe when I think about it, he did. Yeah, he had traditional too. Yeah, he had the Burrow Stroud release. I doubt they changed it. Mud.gg could be wrong. They've been wrong before, and obviously the cards just came out. So, yeah, I'm gonna rate this card based on if he had traditional too, because there's no reason why he shouldn't. So Johnny Manzel, let's give him we'll give him a B+. I think this card can definitely be good in certain schemes. If you're a pure passer, probably not for you, but if you're a runner, this card should be fun and definitely can be usable using that set feet lead ability, of course. Let's go up to, should we even do the 88s? I mean, a lot of them, who's this, 89? Yeah, like 89 speed. Jordan Davis looks decent. But yeah, we'll do the 91s. We got Drew Tranquil here. The first thing I got to check is, of course, okay, the abilities are just not up yet. I would assume, actually, yeah, I think he probably does get Lurk Artist. But either way, 90, 91. Can rush the passer decent off the edge with good tackling stats. This card's like a solid B-. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. Not the best user in the game, I'll tell you that much. Next, we got Luke Schumacher, 90 speed. I do believe that Dallas needed a tight end for their theme team, so this is actually a big deal for them. Yeah, deep route running threshold, almost short, almost mid. 91 release, 90 speed, 6'5". Give him a B. We'll give Schumacher a B. Next up, Chris Lindstrom. 70 speed they gave him. Pretty much under, wait, let me check it. Pass block is 90. Run block is 89. Not bad. I'm sure there is like a BND 91 option throughout the promo at some point. Picking an offensive lineman if you don't have one already is not a bad option for BND. So Chris Lindstrom, I'll give him a B+, B. More like a B, but I like picking offensive lineman. I think it just makes sense because they'll be on your team for a while. Next up, we have T. Higgins. T. Higgins here. He's your Isaac Bruce. He's your from Zero Chill. He's your Ezekiel Elliott. He's your who's the one? Charvarius Ward. He's that for you. All you have to do is just play through the college overtime house rules, and you get the blazing fast 91 speed T. Higgins. This card is not good. He only has one route running threshold, 91 speed. If this card came out Maybe for like Zero Chill, I would have been excited. Sorry, I used the wrong promo. Maybe for Most Feared, I would have been excited. No, I'm not excited about him now. No, I'm not. So I'm gonna give T. Higgins literally like a C-. I don't think this card is good. The only thing he has going for him is his height, but 91 speed after Zero Chill is just laughable. Next up is Bryce Hall, Jet Legend, getting a Campus Heroes card. Okay. 6'1", 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 90 press, 92 man, which is not bad. Again, the problem is just the speed. I think right now the speed's the biggest problem. And yes, there is a strat card that you're able to boost all the Campus Hero 2 players' speed, but even 92 speed is just not great. This is not like, these are the 91s though. We're gonna get to the champions in a minute. But at Bryce Hall, I'm gonna give him C+. I'll give him a C+. Next up is the Kobe Dean, 91 speed, 92 acceleration. Pretty solid actually. With that speed on the Eagles team, you can get him up like +1, and then if you use that strat card, +1 again. So 93 speed on the Kobe Dean is not awful. Also 82 zone. Yeah, pretty good tackling stats. 90, 90, 89, 89. Almost was really, really good with it. If you get +1 here, +1 here. Very, very good. I won't lie. The Kobe Dean, I'm going to give him a B-. Pretty good looking card. I don't hate that card. Next up, Dalvin Cook. Of course, they give the Jet Legend Dalvin Cook a card the day after he's gone. But 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 juke move, 5'10". This card's not great. I'm going to give him a C. Next up, Orlando Brown. Okay, let me see Orlando Brown. Is he going to be a better option? No, to me, I would still lean Chris Lindstrom if you are picking a BND option. So with that being said, I'll go Orlando Brown as C+. But if you're picking one offensive lineman from this promo, Chris Lindstrom is the option. We then have Brian Breesy. Brian Breesy, 89. This card's pretty good. Okay. This card is pretty good. And he is run stopper. I believe he needs 92. Yep, 92 block shed. So he will actually get inside stuff. This might actually be one of the best. This might be the best one. This might be the best. I usually say pick offensive line, but if you're not good at defensive tackle, getting an 89 acceleration inside stuff defensive tackle is actually very good. And this card I would actually use him. I think he's actually good. Brian Brees, I'm gonna give him an A. That's actually a really good looking card, and I think if there is a BND option, go Brian. He's actually a stud. Next up, we have the champions. We have Ricky Williams. So what they did was they just gave they basically gave every college football playoff team a legend. So here's Texas's, and it's Ricky Williams. 94 speed, 92 acceleration. Ricky's previous card did play pretty well, so I will say that. Unfortunately, though, of course, with normal promo cards, there's no special X factors, and you guys know on running backs especially, I like having those special X factors. I feel like running back's probably the most important position to have those special X factors. So grab and go for 1 AP, RB Apprentice. No discounted jukebox for me, it hurts the card, but does still get 2 AP jukebox. So, is this card perfect? No, I don't think so. I would probably give him like I don't think he's good. I'll give him an A-, but him compared to the other running backs in the game, I do still think there's there's so many better ones than Ricky Williams right now. If you have one on his team, sure, go for it. But if you don't, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Next up, Derek Thomas. This card's gonna be a stud. So he actually is just literally going to be. No, he's not gonna be him. I guess if you do use the defensive strat card opposed to the offensive strat card, that does give +2 to every defensive stat, then he does hit 2 thresholds, but this card was so close to just being a faster Lawrence Taylor on the other side. I still think this card's going to play better than that Micah Parsons, probably going to play better than Montez Sweat. I think Lawrence Taylor is still the best pass rusher in the game, but I would put Derek Thomas at number 2. I'm still going to I'll give him an A, because an A+ to me would have been 90-90, like LT would have been, like LT is, with perfect traits. So I'll give him an A. Good looking card though. I might pick him up honestly because I have 91s, might as well use them. You know what I mean? But outside of that, Derek Thomas is pretty good. Next up is John Runyon. This card should be a stud because he gets 76 speed, so he's pretty much like Charles Cross. Like that's what Charles Cross's speed is, the sweet feet card. So maybe I go get this card instead and then put John Runyon out of position. You can do that too. And also if you use the strat card +1 on top of that. But teams: Chargers, Eagles, Titans. Over 90 in every single stat with better strength, with pretty good strength, good awareness. I would love to see this get to 80. I know his previous card was definitely fast. 74. This one 76. So John Runyon, and also his abilities, by the way, Identifier, Nasty Streak. If we go back, to Derek Thomas. He does get edge threat and no outsider, which is actually pretty good. But that's not gonna change my grade on Derek Thomas. John Roney though, nasty streak for one's pretty cool. Identifier for one's pretty cool, but I'm not wasting AP on my offensive lineman until we see another AP increase. So I'm not worried about that right now. I would give John Runyon probably like an A. Good look. I mean, yeah, A minus. Pretty good looking card. Next up is Marcus Peters. I like Marcus Peters' previous card, but again, 93 speed. It's okay right now. I mean, you could use it, but we have 95 speed guys coming out, 94 speed guys. Like this card came out, on the 16th of December. That he was faster. So Marcus Peters a little bit underwhelming in my opinion. It is over 90 in man and zone, so good both ways. Pause. But then he's also got good awareness, good too. He's solid, and also tackling wise, 89 tackling I think might actually be the highest for a corner, unless one of the out of position guys have that. But a pretty solid looking card. Pick artist, 1 AP acrobat, which I think could be fun. But Marcus Peters, I'll give him an A minus 2. He's okay. He's solid. Next up, we have our LTDs. Let's start with Jalen Petrie. We're gonna finish with the boy Calvin Ridley. So Jalen Petrie, 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 90 man, 93 zone. Good tackling stats, good hit power, good pursuit. The reason why this card is somewhat viable is because there's not many good free safeties in the game right now. That's the only reason why I would say like I don't know what his price is at right now. 600K, no, because Jack Tatum is like debatably better, even though he's smaller, right? Because he's only 5'11", I think he's 5'10", so really no difference there. Let me see the abilities on this card. Deep in zone KO and lurk artist. Yeah, I don't love that. I wish it was deep. Deep in's usually what you play on your safety, so I'm not gonna knock it. And by the way, any special X factors on these cards? No, they did not give even the LTD special X factors. So Jalen Petrie, cool card art, but I'm gonna give him an A minus. I'll give him an A minus for Petrie, man. A minus. Next up, we got, and finally, but this is the last card. We got LTD Calvin Ridley. And by the way, these cards for being the first 95s, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming on these cards. Like, I can't even lie to you. But Calvin Ridley, 94 speed, 93 acceleration, which is very good. You see a bunch of green here. Looks very good as a route runner. This card might be kind of crazy. And then ball carrier wise, he's basically over 90 everywhere. This card's actually going to play super, super well. And he's 6'1". Let me see the abilities. Mid-in and 1 AP playmaker. Pretty good. I would have liked to have seen a discounted apprentice, maybe like a slot apprentice. It would have been nice to kind of see that instead of, or maybe with, on top of playmaker. But this card looks really, really good, man. Over 90 pretty much everywhere. Amazing route running stats. 6'1". Again, the only problem with me is I wish they gave him 95 speed. I don't know why they cheated his speed at the end. Like, we have 95 speed receivers in this game already. Randy Moss, Tyreek Hill. I guess he's kind of fairly, speed. I guess it's fair speed. So kind of really an absolute demon, man. I like this card. I think he can play pretty well. So I'm gonna give him an A though. I'm gonna give him an A because he's not the best. It's not like he's the best wide receiver in the game or anything. I think he's gonna play pretty good. So that's it do for today's video. Let me know down in the comment section again which of these cards are you picking up from today's promo. But pretty solid. Some decent cards. A pretty underwhelming drop in my opinion. We easily could have got like 191 for every single team. Like, that's kind of what the promo's been before, and they kind of went soft on us. No pause, they did. So I will of course see you boys in the next one.